Monday, February 14th, 1944. Dear Kitty, on Sunday evening, everyone except Pim and me was sitting beside the wireless in order to listen to immortal music of the German masters. Dussel fiddled with the knobs continually. This annoyed Peter and the others too. After restraining himself for half an hour, Peter asked somewhat irritably if the twisting and turning might stop. Dussel answered in the most hoity-toity manner, "I'm getting it all right." Peter became angry, was rude. Mr. Van Daan took his side, and Dussel had to give in. That was all. The reason in itself was very unimportant, but Peter seems to have taken it very much to the heart. In any case, when I was rummaging about in the bookcase in the attic, he came up to me and began telling me the whole story. I didn't know anything about it, but Peter soon saw that he had found an attentive ear and got fairly into his stride. "Yes, and you see," he said, "I don't easily say anything because I know beforehand that I only become tongue-tied. I begin to stutter, blush, and twist around what I want to say until I have to break off because I simply can't find the words. That's what happened yesterday. I wanted to say something quite different, but once I had started, I got in a hopeless muddle, and that's frightful. I used to have a bad habit. I wish I still had it now. If I was angry with anyone, rather than argue it out, I would get to work on him with my fist. I quite realize that this method doesn't get me anywhere, and that is why I admire you. You are never at a loss for a word. You say exactly what you want to say to people, and you are never the least bit shy." "I can tell you, you're making a big mistake," I answered. "I usually say things quite differently from the way I meant to say them, and then I talk too much and far too long, and that's just as bad." I couldn't help laughing to myself over the last sentence. However, I wanted to let him go on talking about himself, so I kept my amusement to myself, went and sat on a cushion on the floor, put my arms around my bent knees, and looked at him attentively. "I am very glad that there is someone else in the house who can get into the same fits of rage as I can get into." I could see if Peter I could see it did Peter good to pull Dussel to pieces in his heart's content, without fear of my telling tales. And as for me, I was very pleased, because I sensed a real feeling of fellowship, such as I can only remember having had with my girlfriends. Yours, Anne. That was Monday, February 14th, 1944, Valentine's Day, and Anne is having a little romance with the Van Daan's son, Peter. I don't think they realize it's Valentine's Day because this took place in the 1940s, and it wasn't as widely celebrated back then as it is today. And that's because the greeting card companies had yet to capitalize and what's the word, and patronize and exploit the holiday yet. My name is Gregory Brandt. If you enjoyed that reading, click the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and check out my other videos. I wrote a book. It's called Gonzo Education. If you're an adult and you're over 18, I recommend you to recheck that one out too. All right, thank you.